Welcome back to Cemetery Walks. This is the conclusion and part 2 of Mizpah Cemetery near Kingston, Georgia. Thank you for rejoining us, and we'll pick up where we left off.
We have some Pagets here. We have Thomas B. Mathis, Georgia, PFC Headquarters Troop 6, Cavalry, World War II, May 26, 1914 to January 12, 1959. Thank you very much for your service, sir. More Carvers, Cuzart, Pagets, Church. Here we have Thomas Carnes, Georgia, Private, Maryland. World War I, February 13th, 1894 to June 17th, 1950. Thank you much for your service, sir. And sometimes these VA markers are kind of easy to see, but doesn't necessarily mean that they're VA markers till you get up on them. And here we have Robert I. Self, Georgia, PFC, 2nd Infantry, World War II, May 23rd, 1926 to March 7th, 1945. Thank you very much for your service and sacrifice, sir. It's just a guess that he may have been killed in combat. I'm not 100% certain until I do a little research, but give him the respect he needs and deserves. So here we have Henry Clyde. I can't get that to stay. Wow, the ground's so hard right here. Oh, crap. Here we have Henry Clyde Potts, U.S. Army. That'll be March 1938 to November 23rd, 1993.
Not recently.
Thank you very much for your service, sir. I can't get those flags to stay in. Some old ones here. We have Marcus Thomas Thacker, July 28th, 1876 to May 17th, 1953. And here we have John C. Thacker, Georgia, Private, Company B, 52nd Training Battalion, World War II, April 30th, 1900 to May 13th, 1956. Thank you much for your service, sir. And something tells me there's one back here in the woods. Unless somebody just threw some trash back there, which is quite possible. It is quite possible. And that's pretty much what that was. Just trash in the woods. Have some Mathis here. Stepping over where I can. Some hoods. Oh. Heiss.
What is the date?
What is the date? That's a good question. It is July 13th, 2024. Here we have Jeff Coleman J.C. Lanham Sr., September 3rd, 1927 to November 8th, 2015, World War II veteran. Thank you very much for your service, sir.
Dangerous.
Yeah, these oak trees are definitely dangerous. If that's what you meant. If not, then I don't understand. Here we have Gordon Sullins, Sergeant, U.S. Army, Staff Sergeant, U.S. Army, World War II, November 20th, 1910, August 28th, 1994. Thank you very much for your service, sir. And I know somebody's going to say something about leaving the flags on the ground, but especially one-handed, they're very hard to be put back in. They're trashed anyway. And I'd rather folks, instead of just coming on the holiday and putting a flag down, actually return and take them back after the holiday, simply so they don't end up being trash, for one, and two, they don't wind up laying on the ground. And here we have this big obelisk here. Looks to me like the ground washed up underneath it right here and tilted it, and it just fell over fairly recently by the way that that's weathered there. We have Mamie J. Hampton, May 20th, 1893 to May 11th, 1919.
I'm not sure.
All right. Here we have Jenny V. Moat,
Confederate.
August 2nd, 1868. August 20th, 1868 to July 21st, 1912. And I know that there's a couple Confederates buried here.
Disgusting.
I don't think there are any Union troops that were buried here. But could be wrong.
Keep going.
Um, Here we have Jimmy Redmond Ransom, Specialist 4, U.S. Army, July 13th, 1935 to September 20th, 2001. Thank you much for your service, sir. And Marlene May Bush Ransom, September 24th, 1938 to December 4th, 2015.
Moron.
I don't know. I've been called that before. I have been called that before. Look how that I don't even know what kind of tree that is. But ate up by that vine, though. It's huge, whatever it is, or was.
First.
Here we have Father Nicholas Rollins, born August 10th, 1821, died March 20th, 1897. And Mother Sarah Ann Rollins, born October 20th, 1824, died June 25th, 1894. Here we have the Basses. I will close that gate on my way out for you. We have Nathan Gordon Bass, born May 7th, 1870, died December 31st, 1930. I don't think it's going to lock, but there you go. I locked it. I locked it for you. Here we have William Mitchell Young, born August 13th, 1818, died January 20th, 1892. And on the other side, we have Rebecca Caroline, wife of W.M. Young, born August 22nd, 1826, died January 17th, 1892.
Give it back.
Wow. All right, I'm going to have to come back for that one. I'm right by the truck, so I'll come back and see if I can't figure out who that was. And this, wow, is so worn. I guess especially being under this tree. That's not, at least it's not the side. Okay, here we go. This is good. Fools me every time. We have John M. Redmond, born March 3rd, 1832, died December 13th, 1895. And Susan A. Redmond, born June 15th, 1831, died January 2nd, 1893. I have some Kennies here. Mother, sister, father. We have Mary Jane Biggers, March 15th, 1856 to December 19th, 1902. We have Seaborn T. Biggers, July 13th, 1850 to May 18th, 1942. And Maddie Lee Biggers, May 7th, 1895, December 29th, 1907. Very young. Some more Kennies here. And I saw another, before I get my brush back out, I saw another military down here. Finchers. Black Stook. Bliss. Celia. Clardy. And here we have James R. Stansell, S1 U.S. Navy, PFC U.S. Marine Corps,
Missing.
World War II, Korea, April 14th, 1925 to April 25th, 2004. Thank you much for your service, sir. Looks like we have Terry Stevenson Cordell, FN U.S. Navy, Vietnam, May 22nd, 1949, May 25th, 2011. Thank you much for your service, sir. To see who this was. It's another very good reason I'm here is to also do stuff like this, right? To make sure that people are not forgotten. And this has been here a while.
During the cleanup, the words drowned and the name Andrew were spoken, but I didn't see that until I picked the camera back up.
So, although I'm happy to do it, folks like me shouldn't have to come back and do that. We have Elizabeth E. Gillum, January 23rd, 1870 to May 14th, 1926. She's under that big tree with all of that ivy coming down to grow there. So hopefully the church takes some time to come out and, be a little more respectful to these interred here. I'm not going to say it makes me irate, angry. It's disappointing. And
Why am I here?
Here we have Andrew J. Barnes. I think I missed you, but I'm glad you. Now I know who was talking to me earlier. Company C, 18th Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army. Thank you for your service, sir. I am here just to visit and pay my respects, especially to military members. And just in case I missed you, Mr. Barnes, this is W.H. Barnes, Company C, 18th Georgia Infantry, Confederate States Army. I have to figure out how you guys are related.
As it turns out, Andrew and William were brothers. Both were captured in Knoxville, Tennessee, and transferred to Rock Island, Illinois. Both were released on the same day, June 18th, 1865.
All right. So I believe I am actually done here. You have ones that look like this, which is horrible, but not much you can do after a certain point, right?
I guess the one thing I can say about this walk is that it was not boring. There were a couple of surprises in there, and I really enjoy walking through places like this. There is a sense of peace for me, and I can bring hopefully some long lost names to the forefront, and I thoroughly enjoy finding out information on them and at least, capturing a little bit of their life to understand who they were. You can never do it fully. And I'm equally surprised in the amount of information that's out there online and the amount of information that you cannot find. A lot of these folks, I would love to have been able to, put a short snippet of their life story, but I just couldn't find anything. So thank you very much for watching and following along. And I hope to have you continue to do so and enjoy these videos.
Thank you for watching Cemetery Walks with MILVET. We hope you have enjoyed this video. Please click those subscribe, share, like, and notification buttons to stay up to date with my latest walks and posts. Feel free to comment, as I look forward to hearing thoughts on the content.